All right, we're here. We're live.
Whoa.
We're doing it.
Wait, I'm not Sean.
You're not?
Anyway.
You look
No, I'm
like him.
Nathan. Yeah, I was here like 15 years ago. No, whatever. I was on the Game of the Year show, so it
Yeah,
hasn't
like
been that long.
2 months. Yeah,
A couple months
ago.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I figured this is an important week to be here. My name's Nathan. I was one of the founders of the show before I got really depressed and stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Paul replaced me, and now we're here. So
Yeah.
you know, we'll do our best to cover all the crazy stuff that's been coming out of Japan.
Yeah.
For this, the 752nd episode of Hop Down Perspective, and then the music plays, right? That's how you guys do it.
Well, I mean, close enough.
No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, close enough. Close enough. Yeah. So just to get it right out of the gate, I don't actually know what's going on with Sean. It's apparently a work thing, and he was asking if we could do it earlier today, and I said no because I work like all day or whatever. I do this right when I get home, basically.
Okay.
And he was like, okay, I can't do it at night because he has something to do with work. I don't know. I didn't really ask. I haven't really talked with him, and I told him it's fine. I would figure it out because this is a week that even if you didn't show up, I was saying maybe I'll just do like call-ins. Like I'll let people like call in on Discord or something. This is a week.
Like, hey, what do you think about the
Yeah.
Nintendo Direct? Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a week that there probably should be some video game talk.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like search engines, like people are looking for chatter right now, so I can provide something anyway.
It's a pretty
this was a big enough story to pull me out of my movie world into video games again to take a look at this.
Into the real world.
Into the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The real world's a great place to be recently, so I definitely don't know why you would be avoiding it.
Oh yeah, why would you be escaping into the fantastical realms of Avowed or Burnout Paradise?
Yeah.
When you could be staring at the news and not sleeping. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all been doing a lot of both of those recently. So.
Yeah, it's hard not to. But hey, yeah, video games, man, the escapist's delight. We've been playing some. What have you been playing over there in Paul Town?
In my town, honestly, I'm just trying to finish Avowed. I got to the point where it's like, I know I'm close. I looked it up. It's like, yeah, I'm in the last like main area. I'm just gonna keep like trucking on. So that's kind of what I've been doing.
Is there a fourth area from where I am?
Yeah. So when you said where you are, you still have a full area and the last area as well.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of lost steam in that game when I redid like 6 hours of stuff because I got bummed out. I failed a quest.
So wait,
yeah,
there's a point of no return that I didn't know about, and I'm locked out of 3 side quests because something major happens in the second area of Avowed. Is that what you're talking about? Is that what happened for you?
Yeah, the event happened and I failed a big quest line, and I was just like, it's just how it happened. I want to just make it part of my story. And I kept playing for a while, and eventually I was like, I keep thinking about it. I'm so annoyed about it. I'm going to roll back to an old save. That's why I spread out my saves. I'm going to do it. And then I redid that event, finished the thing before that happened.
Right.
That still happened though, and I wasn't sure if I screwed up there, but I was okay with that.
Oh, I found out
spoilers.
Because I had to look up, like, can I even still do this? So you only, like, lost 6 hours. If I was to do the same thing, I would have had to go back 15 hours worth of play, and I was like, that's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah. I knew there was achievements for, like, do everything, and I was like, I am really into this game, so I might want to do that. And if I can't because I already boned this up, I'm going to be so mad later. So I figured it was better to just do it then. But it did definitely take the wind out of my sails a little bit, and I need to rev up those engines again and get back in there. So
that's fair, because at the point you're at is where it started really, like, it started grasping me more and more, and I just wanted to see it through. So I think if you start back up, you'll get into it pretty quick, I think.
Yeah, I definitely still generally feel really positively about that game, but I just kind of I also got sidetracked by like the spring sale. I bought RoboCop and stuff, and I was playing that, so I just kind of screwed up my gaming for a while there. But generally still feeling good. Like you're happy.
I have a lot of thoughts about that game because I really enjoy a lot of it, and it's one of those things where I enjoy it so much that I am picking away at everything that is pissing me off. So I have a lot of things that bug me that it's just like, if you had just changed this, you would have a perfect product if you just changed a few of these things. And
well, I'll try to wrap it up in the near future here, and we can do a spoiler cast or something. Yeah,
I'm trying to as well. It's long.
Will that be a top-down thing, or what do you think that'll be?
I mean, it depends, because
like, it's like, I bet, like, keep an eye on this feed for that, or is it like, well, there's other things, there's barrels and
if
things.
If I can get Sean to also do it, we'll make it TDP. If it's just like you and me, it'll probably be like on my YouTube or something. I don't know. Like probably just somewhere easily accessible.
Sure.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't want to promise it's even going to happen.
I guess so. Yeah, if we're too out of sync, but we'll see what happens. I've been going back to the year 2008 is where I've been spending my time. There was kind of a wave of recent like 360 era rankings going around my section of the internet. Like top 25 like best games of that generation or whatever. So games were being discussed again. And I realized like I kind of kept trying to play Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts, but kept like faltering at some point. Oh yeah, it's kind of cool. Like it has a lot going on. So I finally spent more time than ever on that game, and I have like 70 jiggies or something now, which is the most I've ever gotten in that game.
Cool.
I'm technically at a point where I think I could play the last challenge. Like it's like, hey, you're gonna need a vehicle that can do all sorts of stuff. It has to be able to do water. It has to be able to fly. It has to be able to haul objects. And I was like, I don't want to figure this out right now. So I'll go back and play previous stuff. So I think I could see credits on that game if I wanted to now, but I just kind of want to keep picking at it. It's a fun mechanical game. Like it's
that's it.
Great podcast game. You just put on something and you can just drive around and do weird stuff. A lot of weird work they make you do. Like it's just like, oh cool, I got 5 jiggies. Now I need to turn this crank, get those jiggies, put them in my cart, drive them to the center of town, and then I have them. Like it's just like busy work that's kind of weird but kind of charming. So yeah, I don't know. It's got something going on. Kind of forecasts like the Tears of the Kingdom vehicle stuff in a way. Just kind of open-ended gameplay solving. Like it's just like, I'm just gonna build a dope airplane and I will fly over all these cars and race them with my airplane, and it's like Diddy Kong Racing or something, but you broke it. It's got cool things that can happen. And also on that list is Burnout Paradise. I've been playing the remastered version on Xbox One S, I guess.
Okay, this is the one.
It's all new achievements.
So
the
remaster. Why? I don't remember. He had something. I think it might just be the like you just can't go back home sort of thing. Like I think maybe because he doesn't revisit games a lot, whereas like you, me, John, or whatever, we will replay the fuck out of something usually. So like maybe it was just like he had it like in a special place
I don't
in
know
his
if
heart.
some music's missing or maybe anything, or
did they change DJ Atomica or something like that?
I don't think so. He is talking a lot. Like he is there all the time. Like I'm pretty sure it's DJ Atomica the way he always was. Okay. If anything, it is like maybe a couple music tracks are missing, and I don't have my Xbox Live Vision camera. So after I finish a challenge, I can't go like and like look at the camera and have a fun time on my license. It's just my gamer pick. So
you know what I love, by the way,
it doesn't have
as a visual gag. The camera when you did that actually stopped, so it was stuck in that screen for a moment.
So it froze for a second, like it would in Burnout Paradise. Yeah. I still generally just think that game controls so nice, and it's like the apex of open world racing to me. So I was having a tremendous time just going through. I think I have the second best license now, and I barely did any big Surf Island or whatever. So still a lot more fun to be had. But I just like the road rage events so much. I just like smashing things.
Sure.
Real good, and that game lets you do that. So still one of the best games as far as I'm concerned.
Sure.
And all of this has bubbled up negative feelings about Geometry Wars. I just don't get it. I just don't think that game's very good. I don't understand.
Were you part
that
of the
whole
hype
generation?
Back then?
Like, there's a whole generation of game critics, like of that GameSpot circle, that will just be like, "Oh yeah, easily one of the greatest 360 games of all time." It's like that $5 thing from Project Gotham. What are you talking about? Like, I just hate it. It's like saying a music video is your favorite movie or something. Like, there's something so incorrect about it. It's like, it's too slight. It's barely a thing. Why are we still talking about this $5 game that is basically just Robotron for the year 2005? Like,
because they didn't talk about Robotron, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. So, just wanted to throw a little shade directly at Geometry Wars. It's not that great. GameSpot was right in 2005, 8.2. That is exactly how good that game ever was. So stop talking about it.
That's really high.
It's okay, but that's fine. As long as it's not like a 10.0, could not ever be better. It's like, what do you mean?
Oh.
Like, it's a bunch of triangles and shapes.
Yeah, okay.
Like,
I got you.
Give me a Pac-Man over that. Whatever. Anyway, so just to bring a little negativity into here. There's a reason Bizarre Creations went out of business. It's because they're not that great. They're just not that great. So
okay, fair enough.
Anyway,
fair enough. Hey, while I have you here, because it's what's your 2025 gaming looking like so far? Besides Avowed, like what's some other recent stuff you either have looked at or are going to?
I'm really looking forward to Dune Awakening, the MMO. I already. Like, there was Steam Next Fest had like a character creator demo thing, so I did that. Okay. Ran the benchmark thing. I hope it's good. I don't really know, like, their timeline. They're like throwing out the Fremen. There's no Fremen in this universe for some reason. I don't know. They're monkeying around with the lore in a way that might be annoying, but yeah, I've just been reading a lot of Dune books and stuff, and want to have an avenue for some of that stuff.
Gotcha.
Maybe a role playing server where we can all have hilarious, deep lore conversations. You know, it'll be great.
Fun fact: I've only ever seen the original Dune, and I didn't think it was very good, so I didn't bother with any of the other stuff.
Those new movies tell that tale more thoroughly.
I'm sure they're way better. Yeah. But like I remember I was gonna go see the new Dune back years ago, and then I was like, no, fuck Dune. Like, that's the thing sucked anyway, and I just didn't bother. Like, yeah, I don't know. I was just being flippant about it. Like, obviously, I don't have an opinion on that movie, but I just didn't want to see it at the time.
It is so like drugged out 60s sci-fi. It has a real fun thing if you get into the wavelength or whatever. But yeah, I don't really know. Like, there's a bunch of stuff on Game Pass and whatever that's like there, and I could play it, but I keep thinking about older games that I just didn't play.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
You know,
I get it.
I don't really keep with the zeitgeist very well anymore. I don't.
What about Elden Ring? Is that on your list eventually to get to?
Yeah, like I feel like same thing happened with Bloodborne, where I like touched it and was just like, I have not cracked this yet. I haven't gotten the feel for this yet.
Right.
So I really feel like, despite touching it for like 10 hours, I don't feel like I started that game really.
Yeah, 10 hours you haven't, honestly.
Yeah, it's like, no, I didn't even play Elden Ring, really. Like, come on. So, that's like a long-term goal, I guess, is to, when I need it, when I want to be tarnished, I suppose, I will head in there and get beaten up by creatures.
Fun
some of the news this week, I guess, has me thinking in that way again, but yeah. We'll get to that later.
I was going to say, yeah, about that. There is a thing about the Switch. Obviously, we'll talk all about that. That's going to be the majority of the show. I laughed so fucking hard because Elden Ring, like, it looks like trash because it's a giant game put onto like a handheld or whatever, and that's fine. So it's put onto the new Switch or whatever. But they call it the Tarnished Edition, and I thought that was so apropos. It's like, yeah, this is the garbage edition. You guys are right. Like, you're goddamn right.
Whereas I was kind of hoping they'd chuck in some Urge Tree for you, but I don't think they did.
They didn't.
Like,
nope.
I'm pretty sure they're just going to sell you that too. It's just like, no, we gave you 100+ hours of game right here, so you will pay for Urge Tree if you want to. And it's like,
and they're right. They will.
Fair enough.
Yeah, they're right.
Yeah,
they're totally right. All right, cool.
Just as somebody who has the Dark Souls Switch edition, which is terrible, like
I have that too. Actually, I bought it.
I thought I was like, oh, I could play this in bed. And it's like, nah, this is garbage. This you don't want to play this.
Phantom Aegis is saying it does have Urge Tree in that version.
That would be great. They just didn't show any imagery or like includes the DLC or anything. Like there was no indicator of that. So
maybe in the fine
that's
print,
great if true.
I didn't read.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
if true.
Hopefully that's true because it's all old now. It's like even Urge Tree is like a year and a half or something now, right? So
yeah, it's all old.
Just give me that.
It's all garbage
just give
now.
Me that.
All garbage.
It's all old, all tarnished. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, all tarnished. Every edition is tarnished.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's not bury the lead anymore. Let's get right into the news. There's stuff to talk about.
Yeah, and obviously the biggest news, like true gamers know, Billy Mitchell, king of all gamers. We've been worshiping him for decades.
Yeah.
He's been exonerated. Like he is now once again the king of all video games. And he got some money out of the deal too. So yeah, I'm sure you have more details. I did read this story though because it was of interest to me.
So for like, I guess I'll talk about this just in a general way for people that might not have been following it or not know the names or whatever. Years ago, there was a guy named Apollo Legend, a YouTuber who was into speedrunning and speedrunning content. He did something about how Billy Mitchell was basically a phony. He was a cheater, blah, blah, blah. A lot of this stemmed from the accusations or implied accusations from King of Kong that came out years and years ago, like a decade and a half ago now.
Yeah, 2007, there was a well-regarded documentary about the like score hunting world of Donkey Kong.
Yes.
And Billy Mitchell, rather than show up in an arcade and demonstrate his skills live, sent in a tape.
Yeah.
And it fuzzes up at a couple points, and people are like, "Oh, it's emulated, it's cheating, it's fake," and it's like that could be true, or it could be a glitchy board, like you're just shorting out a little bit while you're playing, and it can do that. So yeah, this kind of assertion that he was cheating grew to the point where Twin Galaxies like wiped out his records.
Yeah,
he was kind of like he was tarnished for a while there.
Yep.
And then this Australian YouTuber kind of piled on to that legend, right?
There is more to that.
Oh, okay.
This is where I'm getting at. Okay. So that was all because of, in part, this Apollo Legend guy. Apollo Legend started getting sued, or like lawsuits he was being hit by lawsuits by Billy Mitchell. Billy Mitchell is famously litigious or whatever. If you talk shit about him, he's probably going to come after you if you have a big enough platform or whatever.
And he's got hot sauce money, so he can get lawyers.
He has all the money. Yeah. That's right. Unfortunately, due to this and other circumstances or whatever, Apollo Legend eventually killed himself, committed suicide. And Karl Jobst, the big thing here was Karl Jobst made a video implying that it was it was his lawsuit that basically killed him. That's the actual. Yeah,
it was like, potatoes. Oh, Billy Mitchell badgered him into this distressful state or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Like Billy Mitchell basically killed this guy or forced him to suicide is kind of the implication. And that is actually what this defamation lawsuit is primarily about, even though it has been twisted for Karl Jobst's audience that he's suing him because he said he was a cheater. It had nothing to do, or very little to do, with the cheater thing. It was very specifically about saying that he essentially killed this other creator or whatever.
Yeah, that's definitely more of a reputational like a smudge than I cheated at a 50-year-old video game or whatever. Like that's yeah.
So
a little different.
When I started reading about that and like what that was about, this became less I'm on Karl's side because I fucking hate Billy Mitchell, and more of they're kind of both pieces of shit, I guess. So,
Yeah, but Billy Mitchell is the piece of shit I know and love as the villain of a movie I watched. So,
and that's fair.
I tend to throw older school in this arena of just like, this guy was here for so long, you know, with his shitty American Eagle tie and everything.
Yep.
Perhaps cheating at Donkey Kong, who knows? But he's Mr. Pac-Man. Like, that's the real original legend, is he's the first man that like kill screened Pac-Man and won.
Yeah.
And that's just true and has always been true. The after effect of this was just reading into, like, apparently years ago Twin Galaxies restored his records as well. Like, they kind of backed off of doing that. I didn't know that part. I thought he was still, like, in his reputation as a gamer legend was in ruins still, but apparently that has been rehabilitated somewhat.
Well, and apparently from like people that know him or like have like seen him do the stuff, apparently he is like actually incredible at these old games, which I'm sure he is, to have any notoriety at all, right? And also, I am a bit of a Karl Jobst fan. Like, I like watching his videos because he does deep dives into like speedrunning records or like all of that stuff, and I kind of find that stuff interesting. Even though the last couple of years, it's all been about what's happening with this case, and I couldn't care less, honestly, until this last week where the verdict happened, and it was actually live streamed, which I found hilarious. The Queensland...
Was this an Australian court?
The
like,
court
this was...
streamed it, yeah.
All right, that's
which
the world we're in now, I guess.
It's very weird because I was watching it, and it had 2,600 people watching it, and they have like 800 like subs or whatever. So it's obviously people wanted to see what happened.
Yeah, weird. All
so
right.
Weird.
New transparency with the legal system.
Anyways, Karl Jobst did lose it, and he has been given the task. He has to pay $350,000 to Billy, $300,000 for one of the defamation case, and I think $50,000 for his fees or whatever. So $350,000 total.
So the rich get richer, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. It's just kind of a weird thing that's been happening, and I felt like in a video game podcast, we should probably just make mention of one of the big video game things going on in the legal thing or whatever. Legal spectrum. Yeah. Weird. Yeah. Weird time.
So Billy Mitchell's back. Maybe continue to ignore him, though. I'm sure he's just probably not actually that great as a person.
Yeah, I don't care about that guy at all. And I care less about Karl.
I've never beaten Pac-Man, though, so until I can do that, I am not his equal in that arena. So
you're right.
I have to admit that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you have time. You could start now.
I know. I could start crunching. I find that game really difficult past the point.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I agree. You know what else is difficult is getting some fair deals at work, which is why the Bethesda QA devs are threatening to go on strike against ZeniMax.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are they working on right now? Like Scrolls 6 or like Starfield stuff? I don't know.
Honestly, I have no idea what they're working on. This is the QA department specifically, and there's a thing here by a tester named Aubrey Litchfield in this article. We had to continuously fight for what should be bare minimum. Underpayment, costly RTO initiatives have caused many of us to put our lives on pause because our income does not match the rising cost of living in the cities where ZeniMax insists we live and work to maintain employment. None of us wish it come to this, but if Microsoft and ZeniMax continue to demonstrate at the bargaining table they're unwilling to pay fair wages for the value of our labor, we'll be showing them how valuable our labor is. So they have done a vote, and it passed at like 94% or something, that if it comes to it, they will strike. The strike hasn't been called yet, but it may be coming for them.
So they're unionized then? Like they already did that? I
guess, yeah. I don't know. I know a lot of companies are starting to... A lot of Microsoft companies, too, in general, are doing unions now. So...
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite a class war, but that might happen, too. I don't know.
It might happen.
Uncertain times.
Yeah. Speaking of
well, good
uncertain
for them, I
times,
guess.
Yeah.
Standing up with some backbone.
Yep.
I was just wondering if it's the new Doom game that's almost coming out, but I guess that would be really late. Like that's almost
probably done.
Right? So
yeah, that's probably done. They're just tightening some stuff up. I mean, it could be. That's exactly where the QA testers would be used the most, is right now before it comes out.
Is late in the game, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
maybe.
all right.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll keep an eye on that, I guess.
Yeah.
In worse news, although I was surprised Eidos Montreal is still a thing, because didn't they shut down a Deus Ex game and everything? Like, I wasn't sure they were still an entity. But I guess Eidos Montreal laid off 75 people.
Yes, they did. Their message was, today we informed our studio staff that we're going to let up to 75 valuable members as one of our let go up to 75 of our valuable members, as one of our mandates is coming to an end. Not a reflection of their dedication or skills, but unfortunately we don't have the capacity to entirely reallocate them to our ongoing projects or services. These are very talented, highly experienced experts going to enter the employment market, and we are working to support them through this transition. This sounds like in 2020 there was a big boom of people hiring up everyone they could to push some stuff out. This sounds like maybe it's this is a symptom of maybe that for Eidos Montreal, especially considering their last game that they put out was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, which is around that time-ish as well. So who knows?
Yeah, it's been a while too.
Yeah.
I keep meaning to play that. I have it installed.
It's great.
I've heard it's okay.
It's very good. Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. And were they the Shadow of the Tomb Raider people?
They are.
The third one?
Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Yep.
Just listening to gaming podcasts over the last year and a half, there's been so many stories like this of varying severity. It sounds like a tough time out there if you're in the development space to maintain a job there. So
it's unfortunate, especially because a lot of developers are almost treated like contractors or whatever. I mean, in this very instant, they were let go because there's no work anymore, which is very much well, I contracted you for the job, you did it, congratulations, get the fuck out. It's kind of like that in this industry, which is a shame. Obviously, we always talk about bad shit that's happening in the game industry. Just a reminder for everybody, this is happening in every industry. This isn't just a video game industry thing. It's unfortunate. It's a bad time out there for a lot of people. No good. No good.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to buy a Nintendo Switch 2, which we finally have all of the info on, including the price, which maybe we'll get to at the very end.
Well, because they didn't put it in their direct video. I was looking for it, and I was like, this is about generating maximum good feeling and hype. We don't want to bring down your vibe right here, so we're not going to say anything. Yeah. But then these numbers were coming out after the fact.
Yeah, we'll get to
so
those.
In that spirit, I guess we could do it the same way Nintendo did and just be like, "Oh my god, look at all this great stuff." Anyway, it's expensive, but
it is.
We'll start with the good stuff, I guess.
So
they had kind of 3 hardware dudes kind of be the face of this one, which was kind of cool. And the first game they showed was the game they teased in that initial video was Mario Kart World is the name. I was waiting for a 9 to appear on screen, and they did not do that.
Yeah.
But this was there was 2 points during this hour-long video while I was eating my lunch that I cheered at the TV and was like, yeah. Okay. This was one of them because it has open world stuff in it. It has freeform open areas and stuff, and I thought that was extremely cool. Yeah.
Interesting. So you're the person that I want to talk to about this, because when I saw the open world thing, I was like, who the fuck cares? Just give me the races.
Me.
Yeah, okay, that's great. What type of stuff do you want to see in an open world Mario Kart game?
Well, I think the thing that it sounded like they were saying is you can kind of link together a bunch of different races and you drive between the tracks.
That's fine.
Which I was into. Oh, that sounds neat. You can do kind of a giant endurance race of mixtape of 5 or 6 of your favorites and keep on driving the whole time. Like that's
the Crew
cool.
or some. What was that game where you could like race across America essentially or whatever?
Yes, yeah, like Ubisoft's The Crew, I suppose. That is a point of comparison. Yeah. In my headspace, I was thinking about, well, this is like Burnout Paradise, where I can drive around and do stunts and go find coins and things. Like, I don't know. I've been playing Mario Kart 8 on and off for years and years because it's like the most supported Nintendo game ever. But I was getting tired of the kind of formula of just like, it's just a bunch of new tracks. I was like, how are they going to do that? How are they going to shake this up at all? And that was the idea I came to a few months ago. Was like, I hope there's open stuff. Like, I hope it's really different somehow.
Okay.
And this has the opportunity to at least bring a totally different driving game thing into the Mario Kart world. Like, it's not brand new. It's old ideas, really. But Nintendo's doing it for the first
Mario
time.
Kart.
So
yeah. No, it counts for sure.
Yeah.
I do understand.
And there's
the
giant stuff, you know. Yeah.
I was saying, I do understand the giant race, like, this is, like, 4 tracks put together with, like, stuff in between. I get that. What I don't get is, like, this free roam mode of, like, I don't care about the world. Like, I don't want to drive around and do nothing.
The footage of King Boo just kind of driving around a rainy street at night, I was like, oh, yeah! It's like, I don't know what he's doing or accomplishing, but the freedom to do that was, like, something I was excited about.
Okay,
so
fair.
Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, I'm not.
But whatever. There's still the very, like, you know, custom designed tracks with all sorts of crazy stuff going on. Like, they've still made that the focus, but there's bullshit in it, and I like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. I get that. I can understand that. I also like that it opens up well for a battle royale mode, where at some point there's just like checkpoints where if you don't make it, you're just out.
You just get toasted. You're just like, you're done. You're not good enough. You can't hang with the blacklist, you know? Like, it's got that kind of thing going on. Also, like the Diddy Kong Racing style, or Sonic Racing Transformed, just like airplanes and boats and all
that
sorts
I don't care as
chicanery.
much about, but it's awesome. It's like, why wouldn't you put it in there at this point?
Snowmobiles, huh? A little bit of Canada.
Snowmobiles I'm into. I am into snowmobiles. Skidoos. Hell yeah.
They looked like there was a giant mountain in one level too, just like a giant ice mountain. I was like, that sounds okay. I like that. That looks like a fun thing. I don't know. I'm sure this is going to sell gangbusters because it's a Mario Kart, but I'm glad they at least reassessed the design a little bit and changed it a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I mean, I am excited for it. I just didn't care about the open world stuff, but like, it's not a make or break thing for me. So like, why wouldn't you put it in there? I can still do my races that I want and then turn it off. You can free roam.
I can free roam around and be like, oh, there's a cave over here. I could drive it. Isn't that something? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So why not? Why wouldn't you have that? As you can see, I just kind of put a list of everything together to talk about, and they're not in order. So some of
they're not in the order they unveiled them. Yeah.
Yeah. So some of the things might be
Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment is probably one we can get out of the way because I don't really care about this. It's a Warriors game. It's Tecmo Koei is going to do their big battle thing.
The third one. I forgot about the Age of Calamity. I thought this was the second.
We have that. I think Brittany got that because she generally likes those new Zelda games, so it at least aesthetically resembles that. But then it's big, crazy open combat. It is the War of Imprisonment is the event, but it's the Age of Imprisonment is the name of the game. And you're gonna fight a bunch of big, crazy creatures. As Zelda, I guess, in the past, it is a time.
Well, as all of the major dudes from that game or whatever, because it is the prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel. Yeah. And that's that game. If you care about that, get excited, I guess. The real gilded, awesome,
you're right,
impossible thing they announced.
Say it.
Was a 21 years on sequel to Kirby Air Ride.
I'm so I screamed. I was so happy.
I did too. Like they just have this like teaser where Kirby's like falling through space on this star in this void, and then it zooms in on the corner of his star, and an engine appeared on it, and I was like, "No way! Why they're doing it?" Yeah. And yeah, they're doing it, and it's Sakurai. He has maxed out the design doc for Smash Brothers. He has achieved all that can ever be done in that series, and he's revisiting the thing he really cares about, which is Kirby Air Ride, and he's gonna make it. He's gonna make it a hit. Damn it! It's gonna be big this time. I remember that game got like a 4 on GameSpot when it came out, but it's kind of good. It's fun. It's weird.
Great.
So
it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I couldn't believe it though.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It's that was the other like yelling at my TV by myself, just like, no way, I can't believe they did it. So
that was a big one. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yep.
And then really something.
The final first party new game thing that they announced was Donkey Kong Bonanza, which people were saying
amazing word.
DK Odyssey, which is that's great.
Yeah, I was honestly like happy it has nothing to do with country. I'm not a big country fan.
I was happy it had nothing to do with 64 because there's actual shit going on in that fucking world. It's not just empty with bananas to collect. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of like the Rare went too far and put too many bananas in it, and it just became like, this is a slog. This is terrible. Like, you guys put too much content in this game, and I'm having a terrible time. This looks like a Hulk game or something. You're smashing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really destruction focused, mining focused. Maybe you're like digging for banana gold in the mine.
Of course. Yeah.
As kind of old school Donkey Kong. Like he's got that extra fur, like fluffed up kind of appearance. He looks older than I'm used to seeing Donkey Kong appear. So I was kind of, I don't know. I was excited about this. I haven't like gotten way into a Donkey Kong game for a long time because I'm bad at the country games. They're difficult.
They get difficult.
And I have a tough time playing those.
Sure.
So that they're just forging out some new 3D platformer space for Donkey Kong is kind of interesting.
It's great. Yeah.
And again, what a great word, you know?
Bonanza is so good.
Bonanza.
Yeah.
But it's bananas. Like whoever wrote that down.
Yeah.
You know, give that guy a promotion.
They're the
like,
star.
He figured it out.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yep. Okay.
So,
let's talk about some enhanced editions, specifically the Legend of Zelda Wild series, I'll call them. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are getting some cool editions that I thought were neat, but like...
I guess I was kind of like, why can't I just do this though? Like, what about the current Switch precludes using an app? You know,
right? So for Breath of the Wild, was it both of them and Tears of the Kingdom? I'm guessing.
I think they both have the Zelda Notes feature, which is an app you can get. Yeah.
Okay. And the GPS for the Koroks I thought was hilarious. That's so good.
Or is it just marking them, or what is it you can achieve?
It tells you, it's like turn left or whatever, and like it'll tell you how to find them. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, that kind of spoils the discovery, but I guess if you just, I want to find them. I want all 900 or whatever. You gotta. It's cut through the crap.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Also, QR code sharing for Zonai device like builds. So I could like build your thing or whatever by scanning the QR code.
I mean, I was kind of thinking about this in relation to all my Banjo-Kazooie time. Like, I tend to just load up a blueprint of a vehicle and then maybe tweak it to my needs instead of just starting from scratch all the time. Mm-hmm. So this seems like it would be like, oh, I saw something cool and now I could just have it. Yeah. And maybe I can iterate on it or whatever, but I just have a foundational thing. Speeding up that process of getting a cool vehicle seems like a good idea. So,
or like if you and I were super into this game, let's say this is our favorite game, we play it every day for about 2 hours because we're obsessed, right? And I'm just like, I just did this cool thing, and then I like send you a QR code.
Your friend.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's kind of,
I just do a propeller on it. Check this out. Yeah, and you just throw it back.
It's kind of cool.
Sure. These games definitely needed to look better. Like, right from the first time Tears of the Kingdom we were playing, I was just like, this is the frame rate, huh? This is what this looks like, right? Yeah. So, Did they get into how much these upgrades are going to cost? Like the upgrade pack or whatever?
So I think these upgrades are free for the Zelda ones, but I think the other ones will cost. If I
like there was ones where it's like Mario Party Jamboree, they're doing like a whole new mode and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, this will have an upgrade cost.
The Zelda ones are $10 apparently.
Okay. That seems about right. I was gonna say the max I would want to pay would be 20 Canadian. So okay.
The max, yeah.
Well,
I would rather not pay it at all. But you know.
Yeah, me too, especially considering Tears was more than the average game. But now that's just true. That's just how much games are going to be now because inflation and the fall of society. So
we'll get there. There's a lot to talk about with pricing and stuff. Let's keep it happy and talk about third-party titles that they showed. Elden Ring. Yeah,
they kept kind of throwing a couple of these at you and then going back and forth throughout the show. But yes, yeah.
Elden Ring, the Tarnished.
Yeah. Which may or may not have a tree. If it does, hey, at least that's a value, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great game.
Markedly worse to you than... Okay.
Did.
I was just like, yeah, it looks like some Elden Ring. I don't know, but okay.
It does look like Elden Ring on like low settings on like a 5-year-old computer. Like, it's fine. It's totally playable.
Yeah.
And if this is the only way you could play it, you should, because I love that game. So... but yes, it definitely looked bad to me, graphically.
Yeah, Joseph or whatever, the brothers guy was there talking about Split Fiction. Mm-hmm. As someone who never liked Brothers, how successful his career has been vaguely distressing. Because I don't really like his games. Okay. But whatever. I guess if this one's good, I haven't played it myself.
I do find that his games have progressively gotten better every single time, so which is like the right trajectory if you're getting experience.
Yeah, that's iteration, right? That's how it's supposed to work. So good, I guess. At least he's trying. What's this? Some sort of transphobia game? I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, Hogwarts.
J.K. Rowling is basically Elon Musk. But okay, Hogwarts Legacy.
It's weird because Hogwarts Legacy looks kind of like the way it doesn't look markedly worse than other versions I've seen, which makes me just think, is it just the art style is like easy because of polygons? Or
it is a hate crime though, so there is that, but it's okay. Just virtue signaling a little bit, just a little bit of that. I know you love that, so I just brought it in.
I love virtue signaling. That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
True, I do.
Okay, what was going on were these new levels in Pro Skater 3 and 4, or is this old stuff? Because it looked really weird and dynamic.
I'm pretty sure Bikini Bottom is new.
They did end with that. But like the Tokyo level looked crazy to me, and it's like, was this in the old games?
Yeah,
I don't remember this.
I think so.
Okay.
I remember bits and pieces, so I don't know if they're like exact or if there's like some new takes on them or something. I couldn't tell you. 4 is my least played out of all of them, so who knows?
And that's the one that's getting the most reworked to fit into this format, is my understanding.
I think so.
Yeah. I was hoping we'd get some like Iron Galaxy faces talking at you here, but they didn't do that. They just showed a trailer. Yeah. A face I wasn't expecting to see in this segment was Randy Pitchford. Like him just popping up. I was just like, I thought you were canceled. Why are you here? That's just like, no, he's just talking about Borderlands 4. He's all excited about it. He's got a crazy jacket.
Yeah. I don't like that guy.
I thought he kind of crested a while ago, like Duke Nukem Forever.
Oh my God.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was happy to hear him tell me about Duke Nukem Forever at like PAX 10 or whatever that was. But
that was before the magic tricks and the porn and
I know the USB stick and everything. I was like, I thought this was, we don't want him to be the face anymore. Like we're kind of, like I thought Kate Blanchett would be there or something, to hype up
the
Borderlands.
New face of Borderlands. That's right.
Yeah, Oscar winner Kate Blanchett.
Yeah,
that's what I thought would happen.
Yeah.
This Final Fantasy thing too, like remake's great and everything. Yeah, but it was just the first one. Like I sort of felt this is old already. Like this is really old.
But it wasn't
talked
on
about this
Nintendo
on an
before.
old show.
That's the big thing.
It wasn't. It's true.
Yeah.
That is true. But I guess Erdtree style, I figured, yeah, throw in the next one too. Throw in Rebirth. Just toss
I'll
that
be
in
honest
there.
with you. I don't think that could fit on the Switch 2.
I guess.
That game is
What is that? 256
ridiculous.
gigs?
It's
That's not
kind of
gonna work?
ridiculously big, so like it might just not be able to be done yet, or they could dumb it down.
Okay.
Like this graphics
Or stream it to
something.
me, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. It does have intergrade, the intermission thing as well, though. So
Yeah, you get Yuffie and everything in there, but
Yeah.
it's still just. I guess there has to be some segment of people that just we're a Nintendo family and we've just never had the opportunity to play this at all. So it's still a good game. Like I still like Remake, but
yeah.
I don't know. It just feels a little behind on features. Cyberpunk 2077. I still haven't played it. Maybe this is the place I should go.
This is the way to do it for sure. I thought Cyberpunk
I'm just joking.
2077 on this actually didn't look much worse than playing it on low settings when it came out. So like that's kind of a win.
So it's maybe a viable way to play it.
Like maybe I would still probably choose.
I
any other
already
way.
bought it. I got it in the Steam sale. I was just playing around. I'm not going to play it on the Switch, but
Of course,
you could.
You could. Yeah.
What happened here? A Capcom guy appeared on screen, and I thought he was going to start talking about Monster Hunter Wilds, but instead he started talking about Street Fighter 6, and I went, yeah, okay, sure, I guess, because I don't care about that, but
okay,
somebody does.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
a lot
great.
of people. A lot of people like Street
Yeah.
Fighter.
Then Greg Kasavin appeared on my television. I was like,
did.
wow. It's like GameSpot. It's like I'm watching a GameSpot video from 2005, but it's about a new game that's coming out, Hades 2.
Yeah.
And that was kind of fun. Just to get that the tones of Kasavin talking to me over the television. That was like a nice throwback. I didn't play Hades. I don't know. I'm not the guy for this, but I'm sure it's already out essentially, right? It's in
early access. So
early access.
The problem I have, I'm waiting for it to come out because the thing that I liked about Hades is that it had a decent story going on it, and every time you died and went back, you just get like a shitload of character development stuff and story. And if that's not all in there, I'm gonna get burnt out and I'm not gonna finish it. So like I'm waiting for it all
So
to
you're
be
saving the Gone Gold finished version.
Yeah, the early access isn't for me for that.
Oh yeah, in this pile there was also the Deltarune thing, right?
Yes. Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 added now,
and that's June. Like that's going to be the Deltarune is complete in a couple months here. So
no, apparently there's 7 chapters. I asked the same thing. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay, well, there's a big new chunk of Deltarune coming, but we're just past the halfway point.
So I've been saying I do want to play it because I love Undertale. I really do. So I want to play it, and I was saying I'm just going to wait for all of it to come out so I can play all of it. And then I found out that apparently these chapters each are about the length of Undertale. So it's like, well, fuck, that's way too much game. I guess I should just start at some point.
Just start playing them. Yeah. I definitely played some of the first bit, like way back on PS4 or something. I think is where that showed up. But yeah, I don't know. I do like Undertale. I guess I could do this, but I'm maybe feeling the same way. I'm just like, I thought it was going to be done now, like with this 3 and 4 coming out.
I thought each chapter was an hour max.
The layout of the screen led me to believe that this was the end, but okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I just didn't know.
All right. And then IO Interactive was there, and all that Hitman stuff is coming out.
World of Assassination
and then they did a
great.
thing.
That's awesome.
I only really played the first piece of that, like the 2016 game or whatever. It seemed fine. I don't know. I didn't get all the way pulled into that whole thing, but hey, it'll all be there on my Switch too if I want to do it that way.
Right.
And then they started teasing their their James Bond game, and I was like, well, they can't show anything here because we don't know who James Bond is.
They didn't even give a title. Yeah. It's still Project 007.
Yeah, they showed a gun barrel and a bullet, and they
That's
played a little bit of music that's similar to James Bond music, and then that was it. And you're just like, okay.
Yep.
Phew. I thought this was gonna like be a secret way to also announce like, oh my god, look, it's this actor, and you're like, no, I can't believe they chose blank, but they didn't do that.
You know what they did do though, is they blew my fucking brain because I did not expect a new FromSoft game to be announced at the Nintendo Switch thing. That is the successor to Bloodborne. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, much like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, like we kept a key word for you, so we got some blood in there. But
they can't call it that. Yeah, and they can't use any of those like basic concepts. I don't think so. They made legally distinct Bloodborne called the Dusk Bloods.
Yeah, Dusk Bloods. It's got kind of Victorian business, Big Ben and trains and jetpacks and machine guns. It's effectively the spiritual follow-up to Bloodborne, like for real this time, because it's the guys, it's Miyazaki and everybody. I love Bloodborne. I wish Bloodborne ended better, I guess, is my one note.
Oh, you don't like the
end of that game? I don't really like the ending. I just like the DLC helps. It gives it a more dramatic finish, I guess, with the beach battle. I thought that was better than the hill stuff. Yeah. I just thought that was dramatic in a way, but I don't know. Like, not saying they whiffed or whatever. I still had an amazing 100 hours or whatever.
Oh, you don't like the fight with the moon child or whatever, the moon entity.
Well, I just felt it was a lot of work for that. I thought that was going to open up more stuff. And it's just like, no, there's just another battle. And it's like, oh, all right.
Like, okay, like consuming the different pieces or whatever. It's more story focused than it is gameplay.
Playing and replaying and like, I'm working towards unlocking this new thing. And it was like, it's not like a new area or anything. No. A new creature just appears and you fight that too. It's like,
and it's story stuff. Like specifically, so if you were expecting more, I definitely see why you would be disappointed. Sure.
I guess I'm wondering if this will also have kind of like a partway through Bloodborne, it turns from like Dickensian craziness to Eldritch business. Like, is this going to have some sort of swerve that is exciting?
I'm sure. Did you see that like weird frog thing? It's kind of cool.
I did see that extremely malicious, malevolent looking frog monster, and I was like, wow, that guy looks hardcore. That looks dangerous.
It's probably like the pig. You probably just move out of the way and then kill it in one shot.
But it looks scary. Its eyes are very red.
It does.
So,
yeah.
Generally pretty exciting, and there's going to be a new exclusive from software game.
Fuck me, I can't believe it. That pisses me off so much. Also, I don't love that it's doing the same PvPVE garbage or whatever that I think Night Rain is kind of doing. But
is that the new DLC for Elden Ring?
It's the like spin-off for Elden Ring, Night Rain.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm more mad that it's switched to exclusive because that just means I won't ever get like a decent version of it. Whatever.
It could be 120 frames and maybe 4K 60. So maybe
it could be the basics that you would expect from 2025. You're right.
These are still glitzy features to me, but I guess it's pretty old.
You know what? I'm gonna say right here, you don't need 4K. Like 4K can be nice. You don't need it. You need 1440p as like the maximum is fine. 1080p is still fine for most people. Like people need to shut up about 4K.
Just they got quality mode settings and stuff now, like everybody. So it's weird. It
is.
Nintendo has joined the graphic race, sort of. Yeah. I don't know, but they're losing, I guess. If you're saying it's
also IQ or Eric or whatever in chat, 120 FPS FromSoft. What are you smoking, Nathan? Yeah, he's right. They're right.
Yeah, all right. These are technically possibilities in the ether, but yeah, I guess that probably won't be what it is.
Yeah.
That guy had a jetpack though, so cool, right?
Yep. That's all the third party stuff.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about GameCube first. Just get that out of the way because we're talking about games.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
There was some. Yeah, exclusive to Switch 2, which they pretty clearly said that, which was like, okay, sure, I guess that's fine. How could my Switch emulate a GameCube? That's impossible.
Right. Of course.
The big one here that was like, hey, that's amazing. Save is like Path of Radiance has cost hundreds of dollars for years.
Yep.
So you could just play that now when the Switch 2 comes out. You can just get your Fire Emblem on and play this almost lost game. And I can finally play Luigi's Mansion again without paying hundreds of dollars. So,
sure.
Hooray. I mean, I will still have to pay hundreds of dollars for the console, but then I can play this 23-year-old launch game for the GameCube again. And save a little bit of money. So
you don't have Luigi's Mansion?
I'm trying to make the math work. I rented it like a bunch back in the day. I don't know that I've ever owned it.
You can just borrow it.
No, see, because then you're taking away my reason to invest in a Switch 2.
You had to buy a Switch. Yeah, that's right.
I barely want to play Luigi's Mansion at all, but if it's there, maybe I could play.
Yeah, sure.
The other games on this list, they got Sunshine, Gale of Darkness, like Pokemon XD, which just looks like the emoji face. It's just, why is that the name? Super Mario Strikers, which came with my third GameCube, I guess, like when I bought one from Best Buy late in that generation.
Yep.
Chibi Robo, which is third party, isn't it?
Chibi Robo is sick.
You're a little robot, and you have to plug into walls and go around a domestic space and collect things. It's cute.
Little platformer.
And Pokemon Coliseum was listed there as well.
Those are coming later. What's coming out on launch is Legend of Zelda Wind Waker F-Zero GX and Soul Calibur 2 is what they've announced.
Soul Calibur 2. I did play a lot of Soul Calibur 2.
Me too. I wasted my life
GameCube
on Soul Calibur 2 when that came out.
Man, seeing it in this stream, though, I was like, wow, this game is hideous.
Yeah.
Like, this is an ugly game. But in 2003 or whatever, it was amazing.
Top tier. Yep.
They have not really spruced it up. I was wondering if they were, like, if this Wind Waker will have any of the refinements they did for the Wii U version.
I doubt it.
Like, yeah, they changed some stuff. Like, they made the last bit of that game less cumbersome.
Yeah. I hate this game. I hate that game so much. I don't like it.
I really liked it when it came out. I had a great time then.
Fair enough.
But I did try replaying it, that Wii U version, and was like, oh, this is tedious. This is drawn out. Yeah, like this is taking forever.
Yeah.
So
it's a shame too, because when you're doing like the normal Legend of Zelda stuff in like a dungeon or whatever, it's fine. It's a totally great Legend of Zelda. It's everything in between. I just didn't
it's like just sailing and getting to the next dungeon, and
I also kind of hate the design of some of the characters as well. Like everything, there's so many things about it I just didn't like. The shame.
Well, that's not a great win for you. I'm sorry about that.
No, that one is F-Zero's sick though. That's a great game. F-Zero GX, good racing game.
It's kind of the last one they did though, isn't it? Like the last new one.
I think so.
Wasn't it?
I think it might actually be the last new one they did.
I mean, they did 99, which was fun and everything, but it's kind of a throwback to the SNES game. Yeah. But yeah, GameCube stuff. New GameCube controller coming out, exclusive to Nintendo members or something.
Yeah,
like I was just like, oh, I'm not going to walk into a Best Buy and see this. I need to like exclusively get it.
You'll probably see it in a GameStop, like somebody selling it after they couldn't scalp it or something. I could see that.
Yeah. You know what? This is a great segue. This new GameCube controller will also have a C button on it. And what is that? What does the C button do?
We came up with a bunch of names of what that C might stand for, but they weren't.
What's your favorite?
I can't say it. This is a semi-family friendly podcast. I cannot say it. Okay.
It basically just means chat. And it's 2005 all over again, baby. It's Xbox 360 game chat, but it's also has the power of the Wii Speak from 2008, so you can play
Amazing.
like City
Yep.
Connection. So you can just yell at your friends.
Yep.
In your living room, which is great. You know, that's totally so much awesome Splatoon like coordination is going to happen now thanks to this. So beautiful, right? This is just a win all around.
So I definitely do.
It seemed like
the VoIP stuff. They have a screen share feature that I think is stupid and pointless. I don't care for that at all, especially because it looked really bad.
You know what? I did like though that they're just not sugarcoating that. It's like, oh, it's gonna look really bad. Yeah. Like it's gonna look like crazy compressed, like 10 frames a second crud on your screen if you do this. It's like, okay.
And well, even like when they make it big to take up the screen, it doesn't like make it better. It's just more prominent how bad it is, which is
it's
hilarious.
Like, oh, you really want to focus on this, huh? You want some more bandwidth for this? It's like, nah, it's just blown up. It looked terrible. It was great. It was ostensibly a group of like 20 somethings all playing Mario Kart World.
Yes.
And like helping each other navigate the freeform areas or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It sort of seems like much made about like an old thing that Nintendo is finally doing. They're finally getting over their internet fear just a little bit and
that
letting
part I'm into.
You communicate. Yeah.
Their
without using their app.
Yeah.
Because that was their way before, right? It's like, oh, if you want a Splatoon chat, you got to get on the app. I was like, I'm never gonna do that.
Right.
So this is maybe a little more conducive to real world's play, but
Yep.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be playing the new Tomodachi Life, and I can just yell at you.
Oh, we haven't talked about
all the
it.
Crazy stuff.
I flipped the fuck out, and I felt like such a dumbass. Like somebody my age getting that excited.
Oh my god, I haven't played a Tomodachi game in like a decade, and it's like, yeah, that's because it's been a decade. They haven't released one since the 3DS. So I was like, oh shit, okay. Cool, I guess. I love that stupid series. It's so weird.
It's great. You know what part of that thing that was a week ago, by the way, but we didn't talk about this.
Yeah, they did kind of a Switch 1 like wrap up direct as well with some pretty cool announcements in it. Like I was pretty excited about the Rhythm Paradise. Sorry.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the thing that got me excited about the new Tomodachi thing is that I think I even said, I just hope they keep like the same stupid sense of humor. And then it ends with this character that keeps running towards you, but doesn't get any, like, it just gets huge or whatever. And then it just like looks down,
oh my god.
And then it just looks down at like your character or whatever. I'm like, fucking A. Yeah, they did it.
And it was a dream. It was like a nightmare you had about your friend or whatever.
Oh, it's so
like
good.
She actually walks by, that same character walks by after that. And you're just like, oh, I'm freaked out. And the bad synthy speech stuff.
Oh,
I don't know.
I love it. I love it so much. I'm so happy. I can't wait. Anyways, that's like not at all what we should be talking about now. But you know, we should. Yeah, people should buy that and then add me, so that we can do weird Tomodachi things.
Oh yeah, I guess that Nintendo app they did was the closest thing to that. Like it was similar, right? Where it was like the same kind of amiibo. Like
you're talking about Miitomo.
Miitomo, yeah, that was similar in spirit.
You could ask your friends questions.
You could ask your friends questions, and then Sean would just reply with more of the synopsis of the film Taxi, starring Jimmy Fallon and Queen Latifah. And I wasted so many coins on that. That was stupid. I was like, oh, I thought Sean was going to actually tell me what his favorite TV show was, but instead he just put garbage in here.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
Oh. Miitomo.
Yeah. I was going to bring up a different game, but I see it's listed here under Joy-Con mouse support, so I guess we can go through these.
So, to just tag a little bit more onto the game chat thing, there's also going to be a new peripheral because in the dock you can plug in another thing. There's another USB port now, which is great. There's going to be a webcam, so Uno can come back, and I'm so happy.
Yeah, they were almost playing a kind of Uno game in one of the like the Clubhouse games. Looked exactly like Uno, and I was like, oh, weird. totally iToy stuff. Like just basically iToy games are coming to the Switch too.
It's weird.
Like the Mario Party Jamboree segment was basically just like, wow, it's like I'm watching a 20-year-old video about PlayStation 2 stuff. Like, oh, I'm balancing a thing on my head, but it's with a camera. Isn't this crazy? It's like, this totally fits Nintendo's brand of like family fun chicanery.
And old shit.
These are such old ideas. Yeah. Yeah. I could use a new cam though, I guess. I haven't had a occasion to buy a new one in a long time. So this stupid stick thing. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
Could be good.
That's so funny. Anyways, I just wanted to jump onto that. But also talking about just the design of this thing in general. So it is a 7.9 inch LCD screen, a little bit bigger. They say half, like, what is it? 20% bigger, 15% bigger, something like that. 1080p in handheld, can go up to 4K in the dock, and the dock, because of it would be hotter or whatever and runs hotter, has a little fan in it, so that's cool, I guess. All good upgrades, which you figured probably should happen, and up to 120 FPS, which we'll see. Like, I understand that the Nintendo first-party games will probably do that. I kind of doubt third-party will bother, but we'll see. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of like weird little like tease announcements of just like, hey, EA Sports will bring Madden and FC to this system. Thanks, bye. And it was just like grass. Like there was no actual footage. And then there was two guys. There's like 2K is coming. We got WWE and NBA. They're coming to the thing. And that's it. Like there was no real substance behind any of that. Just wanted to throw that out of the way since that happened. 256 internal, which they point out as like, hey, that's like 8 times more than the Switch. And it's like, yes, that's true. But that came out like 8 years ago. And every game is huge now.
Yeah.
So, well, that doesn't seem like very much.
And that's the thing is that, like, yeah, that came out 8 years ago, and all of your fucking games were like 720p basically in handheld. So
yeah,
now you're doing up to 4K. You need it. That makes sense.
And it's exclusively micro SD express cards.
I'm okay with that.
They even highlighted like, you might have bought something for your Switch. It might even have Nintendo branding on anything. That will not work. Anyway, moving on.
So like, I'm okay with this because, like, that's just the price of technology advancing.
Of moving forward.
That's just the price of it, unfortunately. But it does suck.
I kind of wanted a terabyte, though. I don't know. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at, you got USB-C, you got 2 ports here. You got 2 to 6.5 hours.
That's what I was saying.
Battery.
The top USB-C port is just like, you probably should
for your camera
and to plug it in docked mode. Like, just so many reasons why you probably should have always had that. But whatever. That's a
well, they're addressing it now. They're
good
doing
change. It's good change. Let's talk about the Joy-Cons. So they're completely new. The first thing that's big to me, because I've used the Joy-Cons on this side because we have 2 people in this household and we wanted to play a few games together, and it's the easy way to do it. The L and R buttons are fucking garbage on that first Switch. So the fact that they're bigger, that's a good change. Thank you. That was important to me.
I realized I hadn't really played a Joy-Con sideways game since like Snipper Clips in 2017.
That's the one we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yes, they're fine. They're addressing the buttons. They're going to be better than they were. So that's definitely a move in the right direction.
Yep.
Magnets. They're proud of their magnets. I like that they at some point snap the 2 guys snap the magnets on, and a word appeared. It's just like effect added. It won't actually sound like loud or anything. Don't think that. It's just like, oh, okay.
You're just like in bed.
They didn't do a lot of snapping
or
anything.
Snaps in or whatever, wakes up your partner.
It's like, why didn't it go? It's like, well, come on, it's not
like a gunshot
because
going
it's
off.
real. Yeah. They got into this mouse stuff.
Yeah.
I do really like it's been like the last 6 months or something, this like realization that some Civ is really big on Switch.
Yeah.
Like just that the Civilization games have found some like market of dads who are like, what else does this thing do? What does my kid's game system have? And it's like, oh,
Sure.
there's I remember this. And then a bunch of people bought Civ on that platform.
Yeah.
So Firaxis was there talking about Civ 7. It's happening. Launch, I think. It's coming along with everything else.
The one I freaked out about was Metroid Prime. Holy shit. So I went through some hoops when Metroid Prime Remastered came out to like I bought the game, I ripped it to my computer, I had to download some weird mod hack so that I could use keyboard and mouse as a controller, like do all this stuff. And I will tell you, I fucking hate Metroid Prime, but playing it with mouse and keyboard, I was so in. Holy shit, it changed my life. So this is a huge change for me. I will actually play this game.
Okay. I was really like felt just bummed out with the reveal at last week's Direct for Metroid Prime 4. I was just like, this just looks old and terrible. Like, I was really feeling down about it.
Powers, the telekinetic stuff.
Yeah.
It's neat.
To me, that feels like stuff that would have just been a visor before. So I'm with people on like new and exciting ways to open doors. It's like, yes, that's how Metroid works. Yeah.
Shooting it.
But it's using mind powers this time. Yeah. I felt like so out of sync. I really love Metroid Prime 1. I liked Metroid Prime 2. 3, though, with like the motion controls, I felt like an idiot. Like I felt like a Michael J. Fox, man. Like I could not play that game well at all. I'm just saying, I couldn't do it. Like
dude,
the first fight.
When you have the motion control plus or whatever, and you just realize how jittery you are at all times.
I'm apparently shaking all the time. I can't actually get this shot on Ridley's face. Yeah. Eventually, I powered past that point and like played it for a while longer, but the precision it was asking of me and my steady hand or lack thereof. Yeah. Like, wow, I'm just having a terrible time. Like I'm just constantly reminded of my jitteriness apparently. So I don't know. I hope this game's satisfies its audience. I am not like hype about it though. I can't get there with this one.
Okay, that's fair. I'm hype about basically mouse control for shooters.
Right. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like even in that footage last week, there was like tracing around a beam or something to cut open something. I was like, oh, that looks like mouse would help that. Like that looked like that could benefit that experience. So maybe it'll be great.
I'm in.
What about wheelchair basketball though? Like, are you excited about that?
I was so mad because the way that started was them doing like this with like a beat. I was like, DJ Hero! And then I see a paraplegic robot, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" It's
drag and drive. Yeah, it's wheelchair robots playing Rocket League, kind of, but basketball. Yeah, I
don't get it.
It looked cute, I suppose, but I wasn't. Here's something I was surprised by. They announced something that I was like, "That is so Nintendo," and that is so genius. I love it. Yeah. It is like an interactive manual for the system. It's like, welcome to the system.
How did we not talk about this? Oh my god.
Like I was like, that's such a good idea. It's like Astrobot or something, like Astrobot, but for the new platform.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, you're gonna be like navigating features, and we put all sorts of little hidden Easter eggs and mini games in here.
Great.
So great.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't come with it. It's like, you gotta pay for this though. Paid digital. And I was like, I will try. I want to get it. But you really should have thrown that in there as your Hexadic HD, like, Nintendo World. Like, what was that Wii U game where you're just kind of sampling all the features?
I think it was Nintendo Land or something.
Nintendo Land, yeah, which wasn't great. But if you just throw it in there, sure, I'll look at that. Like, I kind of thought they were doing that, but they were like, we did such a good job on this, we're going to charge you money.
Yeah, dude. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
I thought it was a great idea though, because it's like, well, who's gonna read a dry, boring legalese manual
Totally.
Make that fun.
Totally.
Like
Yep.
that would be a great way for everybody to understand how this thing works, but to charge money for it is a little bit hubristic, but
It's crazy.
whatever.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I lost my fucking mind. Yeah. Okay,
wait. So yeah, Dragon Drive, Hogwarts Legacy apparently has mouse support. I'm not sure why. Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess. Do you see how that game would benefit from a mouse? Like,
I mean, you are like, think of it. Do you play it at all?
No, I've just heard good things, but
it's great. Think like maybe like an RTS or something, like a little more precision in you like selecting units and like moving them around or whatever. Like it would be okay. It's not super necessary, but yeah, I get it. I get why.
And then Mario Party Jamboree, just more silly ways to interact with it for minigame purposes, I suppose.
I didn't write it here.
They did show this for a while.
Mario Party Jamboree is getting an enhanced edition, like you said, and I'm probably I don't love Mario Party games. Jamboree was okay, but this looks kind of fun, like the stuff they're adding. So I might actually get that upgrade. Might be
get your eye toy, get your mouse. Not that games. Part. Like
I legitimately said, like I don't want to see any of you if we're playing. Like it'll just piss me off. But I do want like the other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, it's the mouse lineup that they showed here. Game chat. They kept being kind of like they were saying like it is backwards compatible, except for some titles. But is it just Labo, or do you know what the stuff that doesn't work?
But I was thinking there's a lot of weird trash on the shop for Switch 1 that they just allowed. Yeah. So I'm guessing all of the big games that you would expect probably will be backwards compatible, but like some weird hentai game or something that they allowed on their first shop, like stuff like that. They can't promise all of it.
They can't promise that some trash will run.
That's what I'm assuming. Yeah.
I'm wondering if I play Vampire Survivors on it, though, will it just be better? Like it'll just run smoother.
Probably. Yeah. I would assume so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got more computing ability.
Yeah, that's right. So
I think that's it. I think that's the lineup of stuff.
One more thing.
Yeah.
All of this stuff sounds great. This is a great new thing that's coming out.
We got a Bonanza. We got open world trick riding and your Mario Kart.
You got paraplegic robots. Pay?
I would pay Dragon Drive
up to $600. No, I'm kidding. But
600 Canadian. Well, I got good news. Yeah.
That
is exactly.
I did look up our predictions, and I will go through them now, just so like for listeners.
I lowballed so hard, but I was trying to manifest.
So the top
low prices.
The top range was John at $450. Sean,
US?
Yes, this was all US. Sean said $400. I was hopeful at $300, and you said $250. You lowballed the most. Yeah.
I did. I sure did. I was halfway there.
After everything that has happened in the world, I was actually expecting this, like now, before this happened, like a week ago, that this would be announced at $500. Like there was no way you could convince me otherwise. Luckily, so I was prepared to pay up to $500. So when I heard that this thing on June 5th, 2025 will cost you $450, I thought, wow, what a steal.
That's 50 whole more dollars I can use to get Dusk Bloods. I don't know. I don't think that's coming out this year.
So $450 US for the standalone. $500 US for that with Mario Kart, the Mario Kart bundle.
With digital Mario Kart. Yeah.
Digital Mario Kart, but this is also the time we should say that Mario Kart Digital Solo will be $80. And physical will be $90. So Nintendo have jumped up in price for
I don't think I heard that physical was more. That's depressing, I suppose.
Yeah.
Sort of makes sense. But yeah, $80, huh?
80 American, I will say. So they have made the jump from 70 that Sony kind of started implementing and AAA studios. They have jumped up to 80. So now I also want to just tag on, remember how I said GTA 6 is probably going to be 100? It's looking more likely they could definitely make that jump. That jump is way less now for them. Just saying.
You were right. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't
it's
believe,
like, is this like the deluxe edition or something? It's like, no. It's just the normal version.
Nintendo are going back to the N64 days of their games are going to cost $80 to $90. That's just the way it is.
Oh man, yeah. I was thinking about how much money I was paying for carts in 1996. Like it's just like inflation. Like what I spent like $200 to play Shadow of the Empire at home, and I sure did.
Yeah,
because I spent all my money on it.
Yeah.
So
we've talked about that
brutal.
actually multiple times on. There's actually a retro kill screen where we talked only about that game.
It's a great game. It's not, but I needed it to be. It was to justify the investment.
At the time.
It was
it's
okay.
Bad now.
It was okay.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's still got a great Hoth level in it, you know, and I like that jetpack level in the cliffs. That's okay. You fight Boba Fett at the end. But wow, yeah, games are definitely getting a little crazy in terms of price.
Yeah.
But there's a trick system you can grind in Mario Kart World, so that's worth $30 more.
Excited for that. That looks cool.
Yeah.
How do you feel about $450?
I mean, I'd probably do this Mario Kart bundle.
Of course, but you're saving $30 doing it.
Saving $30, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't. What do you get with that? You get a couple Joy-Cons. You get a cable. You know, you don't get the camera.
No, the camera's separate.
Yeah, it's a little daunting. I don't know if any of the launch stuff is that clutch. Is Bonanza launch? Did they say? Is that?
No, it's July something.
Okay,
it should be in the doc here.
Well, it's like a month later.
Yeah, it's
maybe by a month later. I haven't had a financial meeting with Brittany about this, so I want to be a monkey and smash things. So
of course.
I think I'm leaning towards okay, sure, but it is. I just keep thinking back to inflation wise the same thing. Like when PS3 announced at $599 in 2006.
Yeah.
Like, how much money was that, right? And I had that thing within a year and a half because I needed that Metal Gear.
I remember spending $800 for that and, like, I think a Blu-ray and maybe a game at that time, something like that. I remember that was pricey back then, so it's been worse.
I think I just feel like this is such a weird, like it's a big step for Nintendo, but it's like not a big step for consoles. Like we already have a console that's more powerful than this in our house right now. You know, like in the PS5, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Or a PC. Sorry. Yeah.
I was being
which is modular, right?
But yes.
Yeah. Like I'm saying console. Like they're not even at that level, so it's a little weird. Like this is why I was lowballing, because I was like, it's been so many years. Like this thing is old hat. Like you're gonna make me pay through the nose, and it's like, yes, they will. And I don't even know how to like rope in the trade stuff. We didn't talk about the region locking. Like they're region locking really hard on this, aren't they?
Yeah,
because
and the Japan version is like $100 less too.
Yeah, you could just import a Japanese version, and it's like, no, we will make sure you can't do that, because of course you would. But yeah,
I mean, this is Japan's version of a tariff. They're just saying to the rest of the world, "Fuck you," which, you know what, fair point, fine.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh man, I don't know. Something about a launch is really fun though. You know, like
it can
getting a thing right away. It's been a long time since I've felt that surge of excitement about something like this. So
I'm with you.
For the general experience, I might still want to lean towards yes. Are you leaning towards yes, or how do you feel?
100% yes. Yeah.
On June 5th, that's what June is about.
I mean, I'm going to try to pre-order it next week just so it's done. But yeah. We'll see.
Whereas I love that chaotic world of lining up outside Walmart at 5 a.m. Good stuff.
So one of the things I was saying too that like kind of put this in perspective for me is that that I panicked about like a new computer, basically all the parts or whatever, because I wanted to get them all before the tariffs.
Tariffs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was calculating, it's like I'm going to pay like $1,300 more in tariffs if that actually goes through and screws me. So I'm just going to buy all the parts right now, except for the 5070, which I was waiting for because it wasn't out yet. And doing that and just seeing like, oh, I'm spending like $3,000 on parts right now. Like, yeah, this is just the price of like the stuff I like to do. So when they were like 400, it's like, yeah, that's fine. That's nothing compared to like the amount of money I've spent.
The amount of money I've been spending lately, that's actually not that big.
It's not.
And where else can I play Bonanza?
Well, that's it. If this was like a Sony or Xbox thing, I'd probably just wait and then maybe get one second hand. Like I've done that multiple times. But for Nintendo, unfortunately, it's the only way I can be a monkey and dig under the earth with my fists. Like that's the only way.
That's the only game that
Bloodborne
allows
2.
this to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only way I can be a robot and shoot a basket in a wheelchair. So that, exclusive experience.
What a stupid game that they showed. What do you want to know what you get? I mean,
it's got the motion.
2? I have the list.
The motion shooting.
Yeah, you're right. It does. So the Switch 2 comes with the console, the controllers, grips, straps for the Joy-Cons, Nintendo Switch 2 dock, the ultra high speed HDMI cable, so an HDMI cable, the AC adapter, and a USB C charging cable. So that's what comes on the base thing. The bundle just has the digital version or whatever, that game.
Yeah, and I guess we'd have to re-up our expansion pack, whatever. I forget how much that costs.
$64 a year. Because Nintendo
and then you
64.
get your GameCube action in there. Yeah. I mean, the savings on Path of Radiance alone. I mean,
if you want to play that, I can show you a site. But yes,
there's no way currently.
There's not a single way. That's true.
Except eBay.com, and you don't want to do that. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, all right, I guess so. Yeah, I'm not even a big Fire Emblem guy. That's just like waste of value. That doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Realistically, I will probably just be playing Wario's Woods on this thing then.
Yeah.
Instead. But
it's new. You can play it in 4K.
It is new
with HDR.
Yes. Maybe the colors will be turn HDR more vibrant colors on my NES games.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm leaning towards positive feelings because of some of the games they showed. And
yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
It seemed fine.
We'll see how it all goes.
Yeah. I agree.
And they seem reasonably tuned into cool stuff people would want with this Duskbloods thing. Like that's a cool thing they did. Like going to FromSoft and creating that. That's,
it's pretty annoying, but yeah, it's cool. It's
like Bayonetta 2, It's just that's where it is.
Well,
that's how you
what's
play
annoying is that apparently like Sony's been waiting for Miyazaki to come back to like Sony to do more stuff or whatever, and he's been gallivanting around apparently doing this. So like great.
He's been working with Nintendo. Yeah.
So everybody that's like, oh, we want Bloodborne Remastered or Bloodborne on PC, fucking yell at him because this is what he's been doing.
Oh man, other big moment, like it's not my cross to bear, but the casual Silk Song moment where it's just like, oh yeah, that's coming. That'll be here. Like,
see, I took I took the other side where it's like this game doesn't actually exist. They're just trying to sell a console.
But it said 2025.
Doesn't exist.
That's this year.
Doesn't exist.
There's only 8 months left.
That game doesn't exist. It's not real. It's that
they showed it. There was a video.
It's a video.
She was jumping.
Yes. It's an AI video.
Oh, okay. It's a video. It was just an animation they made. It wasn't even real.
They just drew.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't believe it. I don't believe it exists.
They continued the lie. Oh, what was there was one game in there that I was just like, why did they even show this? It was like a port of some old thing. It was just quietly in the mix of like third-party stuff. But I forget. Yeah.
What could it have been?
It's not worth fixating on because I can't pull it for you because it was that like unceremonious of just like, okay, cool. but don't worry about it.
Okay.
Watch the video, see if you can guess what it is.
Sure. Oh, Ridge Racer?
Let's move on to our Ridge Racer 2. It was. I was like, who cares? Like, Hamster is porting Ridge Racer 2 to this thing. It's like, yeah.
I love Ridge Racer. I guess I kind of like if I have this, sure, why not? But
I guess I don't know. It just felt like that's a really old game. Like, why is this? How did this sneak in here? But okay,
yeah, I can't believe it. You know what else I can't believe? That Minecraft movie actually exists and it came out.
I just saw an ad for it at a restaurant today, and I was like, "Oh crap, that's tomorrow! It's about to happen."
Yeah.
People are seeing it right now. Like the Thursday screenings, like that is today. Yeah. I just wanted to report like the critical assessment before we're heading into this. It's 53%. Rotten Tomatoes based on 80 critics.
That's going to go down.
Yeah. That's okay though. That's better than disastrous. You know, that's not Borderlands bad. Right. I think with that average of critics, I think it's still going to be way better than Borderlands in that respect.
I don't think it could be
I have no read on
Borderlands.
this. Like, I feel like the real question is like, do kids care about this? Because like snarky people on the internet don't, and they're letting you know.
Yeah.
But does a 10-year-old go like, oh yeah, sure, I want to see that. I want to drag my parents to go see the Minecraft movie. Like, is that going to happen?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But just a PSA, I guess. You can go out to your local movie theater and see Jack Black and Jason Momoa play around in the Minecraft world. So if that's to your liking, it's the Napoleon Dynamite guy who directed it. Great. So
yeah, maybe don't.
That's fun.
Maybe save that money for for the Switch because you're probably gonna need it.
This was something that sparked a thought though, where I was like, why aren't they cross promoting this? And like, if you go see the movie, you get a thing in the game. You know, like why can't you get an exclusive skin or something if you went and saw that movie? Like, I should be rewarded. Right.
I should get
digitally.
Jack Black skin or something.
Yeah, or Jason Momoa's jacket or something. Like it, you know, or like 10 years ago when I went and saw the Warcraft movie, I was one of the 80 people that saw it in this continent.
Too. I saw it.
Why didn't I get where's our exclusive pet or whatever? And you're just like, how did you get that? And it's like, I saw the movie because I'm a real fan. Like, I love...
This is weird coming
Warcraft.
from you.
Yeah. No, I deserved that.
Yeah,
you know?
I deserve it, yeah.
I am entitled to more as a fan of movies. Sure. I bought a Borderlands popcorn bucket, and I didn't get a skin or anything. Randy Pitchford did not give me any trinkets.
Did you get popcorn,
what's that about? No.
Oh, man.
So... Because we bought it separately. We were seeing a different movie, and I didn't want them to pour popcorn in it. I just wanted a weird robot. So
fair, yeah, fair enough.
I did get what I wanted, really, but I thought they could throw in a QR code or something.
Sure, like at the bottom. Or
anyway,
something.
Just a thought, just food for thought. It's question time. I think
it's question time.
At the top down perspective.
At the
you guys always
TDP
get questions.
podcast at gmail.com. TDP podcast on Twitter, Blue Sky, and John's P.O. Box. Oh, and the Discord channel, I guess, is where most people like Rasterman7 write in and say stuff like, what's the game you estimate you have the highest number of achievements? We're counting achievements individually, not points. You can distinguish platform achievements and in-game if you want. Also, it's your choice if you want to count retro achievements. So I have no idea.
Retro achievements.
It is probably on Steam though, so it's probably easy to find. Do you have an answer while I look this up?
Oh, well, I was thinking like true total multi-platform. I was making it a point to try to get as many Dark Souls achievements as I could on multiple platforms. So I got all of them on 360, and I think I did on PC. I tried to. And then I was playing it on PS3 as well to get trophies. But I was just like, I'm just gonna keep playing. I just want all of them. So I think maybe that game, maybe Burnout Paradise, because I also played that on PS3 and 360, and now the remastered version. So that has like a total that's getting. I didn't get as into the online stuff as Sean did though.
Right.
So I don't know that I ever got those. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of games like where I know I played essentially, but then kept going. So
you want my boring answers, or do you want like the real answer?
Yeah. Well, if you got just like, oh, I really focused on achievements on this game, like I think that qualifies.
I don't think I necessarily focused on achievements in this game, but Cats Hidden in Paris has 101 achievements, and I got all of those. 100 alien cats, I got all 100. There's an achievement for each cat that you find in this thing. It's a point and click, like find the cat in the black and white thing, and then they turn colored to show where they are. 100 Asian cats, I got 100 in. 100 capitalist cats, 100 Christmas cats, 100 dino cats, 100 funny cats, 100 Istanbul cats.
This is quite a series of games. Are these 1,000 points cats for each of these?
It's 100 point, like 1 point for each cat, so 100. 100 ninja cats, 100 robocats, cats hidden in Christmas, cats hidden in Jingle Jam. But if you want my real answer, it's Terraria with 94 points, because I haven't gone back to do any of the updates. There's 115 total, so I need to go back and finish off that game again.
Yeah, I mean, there's also games that just have massive achievement totals, like Halo Master Chief Collection or something has so many points available to you, and I finished the campaigns in a bunch of those games, but it's also just like, oh, just play an ungodly amount of multiplayer in all of them. It's like, oh, well, I'm never gonna do that. Like the first great achievement chase of my life was probably Dead Rising. Like that was a big motivator for that game's more esoteric weirdness was in the achievements.
Right.
But I never succeeded at getting all of them. I think I have 900 points in that game, and that was after going back for a long time. I had 800 points. I was like, I'm gonna try to get some more, and it's like, nah. There are ones in here that are too frustrating to ever want to do. So I just gave up on some of those.
Yeah.
Or they require weird stuff of you. Like you essentially need to kill other survivors so that only ladies are following you, and you get like 7 of them at the same time or whatever. Pimp. It's like,
yeah,
I don't want to do that, so I never did that.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I feel like there was one. Oh, Microsoft Solitaire. I've also played a lot of that over the years.
Sure.
So for the most achievements in one game, it might be that, like where the total is more than 1,000, and I have more than 1,000, and I'm still chasing a few of those.
Sure. So that makes sense. That's probably the answer, in earnest. Then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This next one is from Sukusuku. I don't know what they're alluding to here,
Chrono
so hopefully you can fill me in. Chrono Trigger.
There's a character.
Do you pronounce the E in Marl or not, or Marley, if you'd like? Mm-hmm. To note, the Japanese name is Maru. So traditionally, this character in Chrono Trigger, who is that? Is that the scientist girl?
She is who is not Luca. Luca's the friend that is a techie, but the other one, the princess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wrote down, like, I'd probably say Marley on my page here. I throw a Y on there too, just to make it more of a name, like that dog in the movie about the sad dog. Right. So yeah.
As a kid, I definitely said Marl. When I got older, I realized it was like Marle, like a French name almost, like Marle.
Oh, okay.
But
they should throw an accent on there or something for you.
Maru makes sense in Japanese. It's basically that English spelling, like pronounced with a Japanese accent, Maru, right? Like it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so. L's are the tricky one, right? So okay. Yeah. Okay.
Hebrew Lantern writes, what color crayon tastes best? It's red.
Well, I said if you love wax, all of them. Otherwise, purple.
Okay.
I went with purple on this one. Just it's such an intense color; it makes you think of grapes. So maybe you'll taste them too.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. See, I was thinking red for the same reason. Just the intensity of the color. It probably has like some sort of taste to it, I would assume.
It'll trick your mind into being like, oh, it's like cherry or something. But
I guess I could see orange in the same way then.
I was thinking about orange. I'm not gonna lie.
It might be orange
But
if we
still
were
went
both
with.
kind of thinking on that lane.
Well, if we're both thinking orange, maybe it's orange.
Yeah,
That's
TDP
the
says
tastiest
orange.
crayon.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, VGC Kenny has like the big question of the week.
Oh.
What would you put on the syllabus for a semester-long high school class on video games? And I have a whole page of stuff here, but I tried to zero it in on a handful of things, focusing on one idea.
Okay.
But yeah.
So there has to be an introductory to video games, like a video. I'm just gonna go based on like what weird esoteric things I had to take in art school, because it's kind of like gonna follow a similar idea.
So like, how do you introduce
video
a
game
whole
history
medium to somebody?
Would be a necessary thing. Video game criticism of some sort, or how to write about video games would probably be one. What do you have? Those are two that I'm thinking.
Well, I was kind of treating it more like a college thing. I saw it was high school just before we sat down for the show.
I was thinking college too. You're right. We fucked up.
Yeah, it does say high school, so I kind of screwed up.
Okay.
But I really wanted to focus on something I feel is like pretty distinct to video games as a medium, where it's like I mentioned it earlier, like iteration is just the foundation of game design. You're building an idea and you're making it, refining it and making it better as you go.
Yeah.
Whereas in movies and books and stuff, you expect almost the opposite. You're just like, oh yeah, like Frank Herbert used all his best ideas in the first Dune book, and then he has slightly worse ideas in the second one, slightly worse ideas in the third one, slightly worse ideas in the fourth one, and so on. And then Brian Herbert comes along and he has even worse ideas. And this is just getting worse and worse and worse as we go on. Whereas in a video game, you expect them to get better and better because you fix mistakes and you correct things that were happening.
Right.
But the bones of the game are the same. So I had a handful of series where I wanted to focus on, like, these are fundamentally the same people, but they're revisiting the same idea over years and years. So I had like a timeline of Kingsfield to Demon's Souls to Elden Ring.
Yep.
And you're comparing fundamental similarities is what you're trying to look for, just in UI and like content and themes and whatever. Storytelling wise, I wanted Remedy like stuff, so Max Payne and Control, or maybe Alan Wake 2, like just show how they've evolved their ideas. And it's like, it's sort of the same. It's still a third person game with a lot of talking.
Yeah.
But how has that evolved and sharpened over the years, or do you think it has, or whatever? And then I had to throw some Nintendo in. I honestly feel this one, if you put the original Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Wonder, it's like, these are kind of the same. Like the fundamental thing is really the same, and they've added just like dressing on top of it.
Yeah.
So
that's right.
Yeah. And then I have a bunch of other like potential examples. The one I highlighted was like Grand Theft Auto to Grand Theft Auto 5. Just you're still stealing cars and there's a crime focus and everything, but
it changes so
it's like
much though,
how have they narrativized that? Mm-hmm. There's other ones you could do, but I figure you wanted maybe 5 or 10 games at most to really get a bunch of like, really this is just fuel for essays for my students to write, I suppose.
Sure.
And then the trick of the class was I was going to be like, well, now let's take a game that didn't get iterated on and didn't get sequels, and how would you make a sequel to it? Like choose just like a perfect game, like Wario's Woods or something, right?
Yeah.
And try to get your students to make more Wario's Woods games for you. That's the real trick of the class.
Right.
Is to like send them home with Game Maker or something and just be like, can you make me a sequel to Wario's Woods? And then at the end of the class, you get one. And like that's how I win.
When in shop class, like one of the things is you have to like create a thing that like the school's going to use or something.
Yeah. Can you make me a new ashtray?
Yeah, exactly.
Pottery class.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, good. You made a new trophy shelf. That's great. We're going to use that now. Like you kind of secretly employing child labor, but it's okay because it's school. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
I think it would be interesting to see like how Tetris has always been the same game, but how they've tried to like horror it up a little bit or glam it up.
I didn't even write down Tetris because I was like, if you put Tetris next to Tetris Effect, you would just be like, well, yeah, they just threw some bullshit on it. Like this is the same.
It's the
like,
exact
this
same.
isn't any better.
Yeah. And like why when they do try to iterate, it usually fails or is like a weird like sideshow sort of thing. There's like a Tetris that you could play online that's like Tetris with like sand physics, so when the block go down they just like it turns into sand or whatever.
I think conversely it would probably be valuable to include one game where it didn't work out, like a sequel that didn't succeed.
Yeah, when they try to do more shapes or different shapes and stuff, and it's like, this is garbage. You broke it.
Yeah, this hasn't actually fundamentally improved anything, or it's gotten away. Like you might honestly want like a Red Faction Guerrilla and then Red Faction Armageddon or something. Yeah, just like, why did they do that? Why would you do that?
Yeah, why
would you take the destruction?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like all your feedback is about this being great, and then you took that out. Why would what was that about?
Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
I don't know.
Totally. Yeah.
I wasn't sure how to implement like an RPG that exhibits this very well. Like I had Final Fantasy, like old Final Fantasy versus 16, but 16 changed the gameplay, didn't it? It's like an action game.
Well, the gameplay changed a few times in that spirit. Like at some point it becomes a MMO, and then it becomes an action game. And then it like there's a bunch of different stuff, right? A tactics.
I was just like, this has changed forms in such strange ways. Like you, I don't know that helps or hinders this exercise. So I kind of didn't commit to that one. Or one though would have been like NBA 2K1 versus like the latest game, and just be like, well, yeah, like the character models are better, but is basketball any more fun now than it was 24 years ago? But okay, sorry. Do you have like some? Okay.
No, I don't have anything like else on the top of my head. I do like the idea of looking at like a game type or like series past and just seeing like why it evolved in the way it did and like what might have changed that stuff.
Or what is fundamentally what people like about
a thing.
This
just in general
game or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true.
The one it's more hypothetical than a real example I've ever played, but it's like Rogue, right? Like you keep hearing about it. You keep like, oh, it impacted all this stuff. And you're just like, yeah, like, should we look at the original Rogue and then look at Hades 2 or something and see like the ideas and how they've shaped around, or, you know?
You know what would be kind of interesting is a class that's like, what makes a genre? Because like roguelite became a genre.
Yeah.
And like, what does it take? What is the minimum you can do to iterate on something that it becomes a whole new thing that others will take part in?
Yeah, Gerstmann's been really like fine picking the definition of what an RPG is, because it's changed so much.
Nothing.
Like it's like it's kind of lost its original meaning, because it's like, oh yeah, you throw points and stuff, and it's like, oh, this is an RPG. It's like, this is an action game. Like they just threw some numbers on it. Like you're not really. This is not what this used to mean. So that gets confusing though. Again, like if you're trying to introduce kids to stuff, I felt like this. I'm not asking them to like finish these games. It's more just like get a sense of how they play and how they present themselves and the UI and everything, and what has changed and what is the same, like what is fundamental to this whole idea. What is the core identity, I guess, of the series, and is it still discernible? I wanted Kingsfield in there just to really show how far back that idea, like this medieval obsession of that studio is. But
sure,
I feel like a major breakthrough game for them was Demon Souls, like figuring out the ingredients, you know? So
mechanically, I wanted that. But the breakthrough, obviously, is Dark Souls. That's like the breakthrough success.
Yeah,
anyway.
I feel that's, again, a refinement of the breakthrough, though, right? So it's hard to...
No, you're right. What I'm saying is mechanically, you're correct. Demon Souls is where they figured out the thing, but the breakthrough success was Dark Souls.
Sure. The best application of it.
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or in my opinion, that was the one that worked.
No, you're right. There's no opinion there. It's correct. And I love Demon Souls, but goddamn.
Yeah, so that's the syllabus, I suppose. For there's other examples, but that was the mindset of just like ideas that go as far back as you can trace them and seeing how they stayed the same.
Yeah,
and then you get essays and hopefully Wario's Woods game. That's the secret.
Also, for a more basic answer, you would just take normal high school classes and make them video gameized. So, like, gym would be like an obstacle course where you're Mario bouncing around or something. Like,
right? You just put
physics,
coin blocks everywhere and
coin blocks everywhere.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about how Super Mario Maker deconstructs Mario itself and really shows you the sausage a little bit, which is like, oh, that's interesting. Like, you can kind of compare and contrast Mario World or Super Mario Brothers to like the underpinnings of it a little bit, but I don't know. It's sort of a lateral move because that isn't evolving that formula really. It's just recreating it for you to play with. So I don't know. Anyway, next question. We got Dead. I think it's you though. That reads it.
Yeah, I forgot where we were. Dead writes, which modern Star Wars action adventure game would you recommend the most? For me, it's the Jedi series, Fallen Order, and the other one.
I like Souls. I haven't played games. Survivor yet, but I was gonna say Fallen Order ended up being pretty impressive, and was kind of reminding me of like, oh man, it's like Shadows of the Empire. Good. This is really cool.
Everything is like, Shadows of the Empire at the end of the day, really.
Or like Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, which in 2001 was really good.
Yeah.
But you do not want to go back that far. Just play Fallen Order and you'll basically get that experience.
Yeah. So we're in agreement. It's those.
Probably, yeah. Yeah. Man, I had such hopes for Outlaws because I'm a Han Solo person. Sure. But I haven't gone back to see if they've actually patched it to where I enjoy it. So I can't report on that.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet.
I generally like an open world game though. So yeah. Final question. This is Phantom Aegis. Ahoy TDP crew, seeing Nintendo Switch 2 starting at $450 USD. It seems like all Switch 1 systems will stay at their current price. However, they have to be discontinued at some point. Which one do you believe will be the first to be discontinued or liquidated? Which model will last the longest? In the
like between 1 and 2?
No, I think they're saying like LED, like the handheld only one versus the original. Like which one will blow out and be like no money for a second there as we transition.
Probably,
I guess is what they're saying.
What's the one that you can't take the Joy-Cons off of? That's just like
that's like the LED one or whatever, right? Like or is that what it is? There was a second iteration. I forget. OLED, the OLED one, right?
I think OLED will probably still be the one that is like a higher price point, just because of the
because it came out later.
Switch Lite, that's probably going to be the one that's going to be like $1 in a bargain bin somewhere someday.
Because it can't dock, or what's its issue?
I don't know like anything about it. All I know is that you can't remove the Joy-Cons. It's just like the system altogether.
Okay.
I'm guessing it can dock.
I mean, it sort of feels like like why would you get one now though?
At
like
this point,
I guess if it's cheap. We didn't talk about like you can migrate your purchases and stuff to it. Yes. Like there's the transfer stuff. So
yeah.
If you just want an extra one for preservation sake or just for the future, I guess like
for
just
your
like
video game
I might
library or whatever your museum.
Yeah, I want to kick it old school in the museum with my OG Switch.
It cannot dock, by the way. Apparently,
it cannot dock. So yeah, probably one of those ones would be less valuable
currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I wonder how that'll work because it effectively will be replaced feature for feature, function for function by the new one.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you could still find 360s hanging around Walmarts for like a weird amount of time. But you shouldn't get them necessarily. But
360 was okay. was an okay system.
Yeah, you could go back, play Viva Pinata. I plan to do that. For example. But yeah, which one will last the longest? Probably the original that you can put it on television and everything. I would imagine that's a valuable feature to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I've never really treated it like a true handheld because I'm old.
A bit. Like when we traveled to Japan, like it was perfect for that long airplane ride, just in the hostel at night, just like chilling or whatever is good.
Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, there you go. Switching switches. That's what's gonna happen. So, games of the week.
Yeah.
You only got one here, so I have a good guess, I guess, as what you're gonna choose.
Yeah, Marvel Rivals.
I could be wrong.
Still great.
Marvel Rivals. It wasn't even written down.
It's obviously Avowed. I still play Marvel Rivals pretty regularly, but I just don't talk about it anymore because why would I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Burnout Paradise Remastered.
Nice.
Because I had a lot of fun smashing cars and stuff. I don't care about licensed cars. I just want to break cars.
Agreed.
So yeah, they did a good job there. But yeah, I guess that's it. That's the episode. Are we supposed to say the date? Were we supposed to say the date?
It's too late for that now. Who knows what date it is?
Yeah. Who knows when it is? It could be April 3rd, but it could be April 4th, and the Minecraft movie's already out. Who knows?
It can't be April 2nd, because that's when it could have been, because the Switch stuff happened that day, but it isn't that day.
It isn't. So you can figure it out. We gave you all the clues.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for having me. If I could briefly, like, the movie show, can I tell you about it?
Yeah.
I'm spending most of my podcast time doing OK Video. We just did a giant batch on John Carpenter movies. If you've ever heard of that guy, he just got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Never heard of him.
So if you want to know who that is, we can run you through it with some of his best films, like The Ward, Prince of Darkness, all the classics that everybody talks about.
All the ones that no one talks about. Damn. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. In the Mouth of Madness, all the favorites.
That wasn't that great.
So
okay.
It's okay though.
It could have been
Eldritchy.
Better. Yeah.
For how much it costs, whatever.
Sam Neill, right?
So yeah. Right now though, we're doing kind of crime movies from the 90s, but not popular ones. This is our flaw as a podcast, is we like focusing on movies that nobody cares about.
Nobody cares about.
It's like, so in 1994, if you're doing a big movie like about bombs and stuff, you'd assume Speed, right? But
sure.
Swerve, we're doing Blown Away with Tommy Lee Jones and Jeff Bridges. Nobody watched that because it was not Speed. It wasn't very good.
Right.
But we'll tell you why on our show, OK Video. So it's just, this is our problem. We've seen all the big movies, so we're looking for not that, and as such, not very many listeners. But if you wanna dig deep off the path, we got some stuff. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Nice. Do you want to say where that is? Because you've said the name, but not where it can be found.
It's on podcast apps like Spotify, which I'm no longer subscribed to. What is the one I am using? Whatever. Apple, it's on these things. It's out there. It's
okay.
O.K video. We're also on Blue Sky if you want to see us very occasionally post angry things there. I'm not very good at that. So,
what does the OK stand for?
It actually, I'm glad you asked, because it does stand for something, and we've never told anyone. It stands for old kids.
Okay.
We're the old kids.
If I were you, every single week, I would come up with another stupid acronym. It's like, OK Video, the blah, blah, blah podcast or whatever, and just change it every single week to something dumb. There you go.
Yeah, it's an all Paul Oakenfold podcast secretly. No, but it's about movies, movie stores, and that era of stuff. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for doing the podcast with me. We had a lot to talk about, so a long one this week.
Yeah, it's a big week of stuff, really. So, I guess this is a long episode for you guys. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, but I think it warranted most
You're
of that.
welcome.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. All right. Thanks for listening. We'll see you, I guess, next week. Bye.
Thanks for sailing on the good ship. No, that's a different ship.